Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream this evening. I am still just trying to get things set up. There's been an update on Arena, so some things aren't working exactly perfectly. But yeah, we've got a new deck that I really want to try out. Oh, I haven't finished crafting it yet. We just need 4 Hydro Crasis. I have 10 mythic rares. I need some breeding pools, which are always excellent to have anyway, and then I need some negates. So let's do that. I said use wildcards. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay then. The mana might need a little bit of work. But you know, this is basically just a green-black deck with Hydro Crasis in the main and some counter spells in the sideboard. So yeah, like I say, there's some possible sideboard choices that we need to change and figure out how it works, but I'm willing to have a crack with this to start with. So yeah, let's get into a. Oh, I'm already playing a traditional constructed. Of course I am. I'm playing the Mardu Aristocrats. Okay, well we'll finish this out because we're here. Let's adjust this. Yep, there we go. We'll start with Mardu Aristocrats and see where we go from there. And yeah. So obviously I'm a little bit down on this deck. I'm a little bit concerned that it doesn't do everything that it needs to do and that the mana is really super awkward. So we'll see how we go. I mean, there's a possibility that we'll just end up completely running through this league and like 5-0ing it, but not with hands like that, we won't. Yeah, I guess it's a keep. All right then. Yeah, we'll keep that on top. That's pretty good. Bug Crypt first, because obviously it turns on our Isolated Chapel, and maybe we draw a land for turn 3 Judith without pain or a turn 3 Tajic. Let's get the Pontiff out there, and we'll see what we are dealing with. What we're dealing with at the moment is a little bit of a tricky mana base, so I'm going to get on with it with Tajic here. 6 my opponent on turn 3 seems not terrible. Thought Erasure. My hand is pretty reasonable. I don't know which one they should really be taking between Judith and Heroic Reinforcements. Obviously, if I hit a land, Heroic Reinforcements is a lot of damage. So they put a land on the bottom, but didn't actually play a land. In the graveyard, rather, but didn't actually bother playing a land. That's really interesting. And then obviously we draw Tajic number 2. That's fine. We'll just hold up Mortifier and we will 6 our opponents again. Fortunately, no value out of the Mentor this time. What can you do? Yep, opponents had enough this game, which is decent. So it looks like an Esper control list. So I'm going to bring in the Duresses. And probably take out, I'm using the Tajics that just did a lot of work for us, and a couple of Mortifiers, and maybe we'll stick in 2 Gruesome Menagerie or 2 Plaguecrafter. Don't actually know which one I'm meant to be going with here. I think we'll try the Menagerie again. We'll see how that works out, but you know. this sort of deck at least tends to have a lot of destroy wrath effects as opposed to exile wrath effects. Obviously, we've now got Cry and Settle the Wreckage to prove me wrong there, but hopefully Menagerie is going to end up doing some work. There's my opponent readied up for game 2. You really don't want to give me the play, yeah. Yeah, we'll keep that. That's not bad. That is really rather not bad. Let's get Gutterbones going. Carnival Carnage is obviously mostly just Carnage here. Pitiless Pontiff, I'm way more interested in getting this Priest down. Obviously, I'd rather have it down and active. Yeah, let's play Chapel. I'd rather have it down and active in case they thought it erasure me, because I think that's the take. If they thought erasure. And obviously I'd rather they didn't counter it as well. Golden Demise. Okay, well, they're dead. Another Pontiff. Not terrible. Not a terrible draw at all. Thought Erasure. This is going to end up taking my Gruesome Menagerie here, which is, you know, unfortunate, but to be expected. Yeah. That was, to a certain degree, a way to really pile back into this game. As it is, we're going to be carnaging here. What did our opponent put in the graveyard there? An Eldest Reborn. They're still missing land drops here again, which is excellent to see. Obviously. Let's do that. And then we will... Yeah, we'll Carnage here. I know obviously I could use it as a way of getting back Gutterbones, but the chances of having enough mana to get back Gutterbones and Carnage in the same turn is unlikely. And also, I would be in a bad spot anyway. Okay, so there was a Ritual of Soot and a Discovery they just binned there. Another Discovery. In hand. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, so they saw 2 lands, I'm guessing, and they've binned a land. I mean, your deck needs to get to 5. I don't know why you would bin the second land. Fungal Infection in the graveyard. That's a serious annoyance for us to have to deal with. I'm wondering if I attack with the Pontiff and get Gutterbones back, or if I Heroic Reinforcements and slam for 7, putting them to 6. Yeah, they better have another Wrath here. I mean, they did just bin a Ritual of Soot from the discard effect. So, yeah. I don't feel too bad about not holding up the, what do you call it, the effect of Pontiff now. Speaking of, here's Pontiff number 2. They already knew about this. They had Thought Erasure in my hand, obviously. Ritual of Soot, the Pontiff. Intriguing. I wish that Bedevil was another mana source. I wish it was another land, because if it was, we would have just killed them that turn. Teferi, okay. Okay, well, that's annoying. I am, however, just going to kill that Teferi. Boom. Duress, you say? Could Duress their last card rather than Heroic Reinforcementing? I'm feeling that, actually. I am feeling that. Yeah, sweet. Cool. Judith. I think we just run Judith out there. Heroic Reinforcements isn't a kill. So I kind of want to just set up for when it is a kill. Teferi. Okay. You just going to spin Judith back into my library again? Yeah, okay. That's tedious. Okay, well, now we are just Heroic Reinforcementing. I think we're going to kill Teferi and deal 2 to them. I know, obviously, the other line was just all at them because we would put them to 2 and have them dead if they had nothing here. But I feel like we can play a slightly longer game. Chromium the Mutable, you say? Okay, well, I can get back the Gutterbones and play the Gutterbones and the Witness, but I feel like playing the Pontiff is the better line here. Pontiff and Witness, and that should kill them next turn, basically. Yeah, cool. There we go, got there. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. It's funny though, as they they took my Gruesome Menagerie and I could never cast it. This deck is just not set up for Gruesome Menagerie. We got another pack. Yay, let's crack the pack. Because I feel like it. Repudiate, replicate. Interesting. Interesting. The stifle effect, along with obviously a copy. Again, it's only copy a creature you control, and there've been a few of those in the last few sets, and questionable as to how good the copy only your side of the battlefield effects are. Because obviously they work great while you're doing okay, but if you're not doing anything and you top deck it, whew, that's bad. So yeah, we'll run through a quick event with this Mardu Aristocrats League, currently 2-0, and we will see how we are for time, and then probably play some of the Sultai list. Yeah, that's a good hand. That's a good hand for this deck. Keep. Right then. Well, we're going to open Blood Crypt, pay 2 life, Gutterbones. That seems not terrible. Sorry, just having to message the co-host about some things. Right then, well, let's get in with the Gutterbones. This looks to be a Golgari mid-range list. Let's Clifftop Pontiff. Hoping to get some Judith action next turn. A Wild Growth Walker, you say? A Wild Growth Walker, you say? There's Judith. Put you to 10. Put you to 12, rather. Hey, Simeon. How interesting. Ugh. Yeah, this is tedious. Oh, it's a Sultai list. And it looks like it's the one from the SCG this week, as opposed to one that's adjusted to the fact that they said that Find didn't look particularly good there. Oh well. Hero. Priest. I mean, we can still attack with the Pontiff, I guess. Oh no, I can't now that I've used all my mana, so that was silly of me. That's tilting. People have learned. I haven't tried the Sultai list yet. No, Simeon. I'm really tempted to just drop this league and start playing it, because I think it's very good. I was going to say, you're just going to take 3 here. But what we can do is activate this, sacrifice the Gutter Bones. Oh no, we can't actually get it back. Okay. Oh yeah, we can, because we can play the Foundry untapped. Alright. No, can we? Sacrifice the Gutter Bones. Deal some damage. Play the Gutter Bones again. It's all of 1 point of damage. It probably won't matter. But it was basically free. So. Vivian Reed, you say? Yeah, that's annoying. I was going to say, probably picking up a blue land. Tajik, Legion's Edge. That's interesting. I think that's worth playing. Right, I can attack with everything at them. They block Judith here. They block Tajik here. I think we've got to try and get them dead though, right? I think that's the plan. Yeah, I think we just alpha. I think we also make Judith big enough that she either trades off directly with the J-Light Ranger, or they are not allowed to block another creature, otherwise they lose their Wild Growth Walker. Oh, yeah, no, I'm fine. I was like, if I'd sacrificed another creature, but I wouldn't have dealt the damage, so... in turn. Okay, breeding pool intapped. Finality, that's Most unfortunate. Yeah, there's nothing I can do there. Oh, perfect. Boom! Didn't expect that. Did not expect that to be the winning play of the game. Carnival off the top. Got there. Yeah, that's entirely not fair. Right, Consecrate Consume we want in. Plaguecrafter we also want in. We might want Gruesome Menagerie, I'm not sure. And we want Bedevils over Mortifies here. Tagic's medium, they've normally got big enough creatures that they can block with and that sort of thing. Carnival Carnage is, it's fine Carnival to kill like either a 2-1 Jailot Ranger or Merfolk Branchwalker, or obviously a Llanowar Elf. I think I'm going to trim a Heroic and a Witness? Nah, it's extra fodder for the priest. Gutterbones. No, it's not Gutterbones, is it? Yeah, it's just trim a Carnival Carnage. They're not amazing. All my lands enter tapped. Oh, this deck is so annoying sometimes. I think that's still unfortunately a keep. Oh, come on. I was like, oh, it's a land. We might... No, never mind. We actually need to go Isolated Chapel. Looks like they're having a little bit of trouble with their lands as well, but it matters less for them. I needed to get off to a fast start, and I haven't. So... Jade Light doing its Moldrifter impression. Hero, retreat, no attacks. Maybe I should have attacked there. I don't know. I'm not sure. Troops, kill the hero. Yeah. This game's over. We started too slowly. Yeah, I'll kill a Llanowar Elf. That seems fine. Plaguecrafter's not bad. Yeah, I'm not blocking that. Not blocking either of them. Oh, okay. Well, that's a nice sign. Means they probably don't have any explorers in hand. I think we're just going to pay 2 life here and then heroic reinforcements We'll have the Pontiff activation up. Not that it matters. Or we could Bedevil play a second Pontiff. Bedevil kill the Wildgrowth Walker. No, I'm feeling aggro is the plan here. Why would they not have explored if they had the Explorer? Yeah, no, this is the line. Carnival. Boom. Okay. I was going to say they're really going to try and race me down. This deck. This deck. You're going to try and race down this deck. That's interesting. Tempted to go hero bedevil the Chupacabra, attack with the Pontiff, but I think I might as well just attack with the Pontiff at that point. Yeah, let's just attack with the Pontiff. Hero into Pitiless Pontiff, I think, is the line here. Oh no, they're setting me up for a finality, aren't they? Okay, second Pontiff it is. And that's it. Oh no, oh, we didn't do damage to them. I was like, we could just get that back. Didn't do damage. Can I? Yeah, there we go. No, that is not what I meant to click. Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll just end the turn there. Didn't get much out of that one. Didn't get much out of that turn. Cry of the Carnarium. Yep, that's unfortunate. Oh, I should have sacked one of the Pontiffs to the other Pontiff. Dang it. Oh my god, seriously? That's why they didn't do it. Yeah, alright, we got outplayed there. We got outplayed there. That was... I shouldn't have even bothered committing any more to the board. That was what that was. Yeah, I think we'll keep as is. Yeah, that's a pretty good hand. We'll keep that. Opponent mulls 6. Turn 1 Gutterbones, always feels good. Another Heroic Reinforcements doesn't necessarily feel that great. Branchy Walker, drawing a card. Oh, if we could have hit an actual, spell there, that would have been great. I think I'm attacking with Gutterbones here. I kind of want to keep the board a little bit clear. There's another gutter bones. Right, I think we're just... doesn't actually matter which one of these I use. Pay 2 life. Heroic reinforcements. I'm going to let them play creatures so that I can sacrifice and kill their creatures off. Yep. Obviously. But we will activate this. Because these 1/1s don't get through that Chupacabra anyway, so there's no point. Could exile it to draw an extra card. I'm feeling Consume's going to be useful. Hero of Precinct 1, you say? Yeah, that might be worth taking the time to set up. You know what, actually? Pay 2 life. Gutter Bones. Hero of Precinct 1. Pass the turn. Cry of the Carnarium. Yeah, I didn't actually want that to be occurring. That's super tilting. Pontiff or Reinforcements? Because I can't Reinforcements and put Gutterbones back in my hand, I'm kind of cool just playing the Pontiff out, I think. Another Chupacabra! Seems fair. Yeah. I want to be on this side of the board. If I hit a land here, that's not terrible. Yeah, that'll do. Get to at least get back the Gutter Bones this turn. Yep. Obvious block is obvious. Put the Gutter Bones back in my hand. Pass the turn over. This is why we held on to Consume. Possibly I should have just held that there, actually. Obviously, it was only going to deal 7 to me. Vivian Reed. Yeah. Okay, if we could stop drawing lands now, that would be great. This is going to be a little bit tight, and I don't like that. Please don't find a Wild Growth Walker. Oh, God damn it. Come on. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, okay, actually fine. That's, yeah, we're done there. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, like I say, I want to be on that side of the battlefield. As much as I love the Priest, I don't think this is going to end up being the deck that she shines in the most. I like the look of the Goblin Menagerie deck. That looks super fun. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll play first. Yeah, we'll mulligan that. Ooh, ew. This mana base is awful. This mana base is actually really atrocious. Keep. Are we on the play or the draw? I think we're on the play, aren't we? I mean, it definitely still just goes on the top. Okay, island. Priest. It gives us more options next turn. We don't have anything to trigger the hero with, so there's no point playing that out. Whereas with the priest, if we end up drawing another chaff creature card, we can play them both out. Play that out with the Gutter Bones and have the activation available. That is not a chaff creature card. We will, however, leave the activation up for us just in case. In case they end up hitting something that I really, really need to go away. I still don't know what this is. You know, most mono blue decks would have played a creature by now, so it's probably Is It Drakes, and it just hasn't found a, you know, a couple of draw spells or anything. Ooh, Detection Tower. That's really interesting, actually. That's super interesting. I don't know what on earth that means. Let's send for 4 and see what happens. We're going to play Clifftop Retreat and end the turn. This draw's not gone great. Oh, it's a blue-white deck. Okay, is it blue-white control? Is that what's going on here? It does look like it, the way that we've been stopped and started. That this is just a blue-white control list. I was wondering if this was a blue-white tempo list, but they've done nothing. So, you know, most tempo decks would have attempted to put some level of pressure on. Control decks could go this long without really doing anything because obviously they've got a lot of catch-up mechanics. Let's play this Witness. Witness! Sorry. And then we're going to end the turn, because there's no point in playing out any more lands. Chemisters, yep, okay, this is blue-white control. Or Jeskai control. Or Esper control, I suppose. But the mana base suggests that they're not running enough dual lands to be a 3-coloured control deck. You know, you don't really run Detection Tower in a 3-colour deck. He says as they play a swamp and naturally hit, you know. Because look at me with my statistics and my thinking about how a mana base should work. No, let's just shove a Detection Tower on our 3-colour control deck. Why do people care about this hero so much? The reason I'm sacrificing the Witness as opposed to the Bones here is that they don't appear to be wrathing me this turn. The Witness is just protection against the Wrath to a certain degree, and the Gutter Bones has more power. This actually leaves us with the exact same amount of power on the battlefield. Oh, come on, another land? Seriously? Can we not hit a relevant spell? I've now got 4 in hand, though, so I don't feel too bad about playing a land out, at least. And I mean, the fact that they also killed off my Hero Precinct one very much suggests that they don't have a sweeper at the moment, so they were worried about a really wide board there. Whereas sacrificing it also meant that I basically countered their Moment of Craving, which counters their draw. Something that I am very much in favour of. Cast down on the priest. At last, they recognise the real threat here, and I'm just going to let that resolve. And the way the tapper worked, they've only got blue and detection tower up, which means they could still have a counterspell, obviously. Pontiff, that's not a bad one to hit. So the reason I didn't activate the priest to draw an extra card there was because I wasn't going to have the capability of putting the Gutter Bones back on the battlefield the next turn. You know, I wondered if they had that. I'm just going to play this Isolated Chapel out. Okay, well, they've got their second white source now. I'm going to mortify my own Gutter Bones, stop them exiling my creature, and also stop them gaining 2 life. There are not going to be very many good targets in their deck for that Mortify, so come on, deck. Jeez. Opponents in the tank about this Gutter Bones resolving, which, when they have no blue mana up, is an interesting situation to be in. Okay, now they're hitting land drops more frequently. Obviously, they did Chemist's Insight, so, you know. They're making sure they tap the right mana here, because obviously the auto-tapper keeps wanting to leave Detection Tower up. Teffers? Yeah, cool. If they -3 on a creature, we might still have this. Yeah, okay. We might still actually have this. That doesn't super help. I think we go straight at them, though. They don't have Settle the Wreckage this turn. And if I put them to 1, this priest can kill them without combat, so we're playing around Settle the Wreckage relatively effectively over the course of 2 turns here. But we still have to actually find another creature for this priest to do the job. Yada, yada, yada. We all know the problems with priest, because a lot of people looked at it and went, sacrifice 2 other creatures. Geez, that's a high cost. It's like, yeah, but in mid-range fights, she just dominates. Absolutely dominates. That's a Thief of Sanity. Well, that's something for you to exile. Teferi. Okay, well, you're ticking Teferi down on my priest? My Gutter Bones. Okay. That's annoying. Does mean that I have more outs at least. That's not one of them. Okay. You know, there was plenty of cards there that would have, yeah, like Mortifies or Bedevils would have done the job, and I've got 3 of those left in the deck. Carnival Carnage would have done it, so that's 5 cards total so far that would have done the job. And then there's still 4 Heroic Reinforcements in the deck. So that's 9 cards out of 46. It's not a massively high likelihood, but there was plenty of good draws there. Obviously, there was plenty of even worse draws than a 2-2, so I'm not moaning too much. I do, however, wish my opponent was a little bit faster. Okay, that was a Sinister Sabotage and a Syncopate. Yeah. Oh, wow. Another Teferi. Wow, they were super flooded on Teferis. Again, you're leaving me with the same outs here. I mean, obviously, if they have a... we would have got there. Right, Pontiff. Fucking it. Yeah, sure. Sure. Inciting, okay. Inciting the one out of their hand. I hadn't even noticed that. Okay. Too many good cards in hand. Don't want to discard anything. Well, they at least still get a Surveil off of this, so... Okay, cool. I think they played that awfully, but they beat me, so what do I even know? Bedevil, Duress. Priest is fine, but maybe not fine enough. Mortify is also out. Let's put a Priest back in. Gruesome Menagerie? No, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling that that's right. Plaguecrafter? Is Plaguecrafter the right line here? No, I'd rather keep more priests in. Carnival Carnage is pretty good. Yeah, I'm relatively happy with this. Just picking up the Duresses and an extra Bedevil in case instead of the Mortifiers and 1 priest. Of course, opponent gets a lot more Wraths now. Yeah, turn 1 Gut Bones, turn 2 Pitiless Pontiff, turn 3 second Gut Bones and hold up Pontiff activation is not bad. We've got no power cards in here, but we can hope to draw them. Our mana works a lot better than it did last game, so I'm going to keep it. Let's get our bones on. Okay, well that's a late game card that we were hoping to not need for a little while. I could start off with actually a Dragon Skull Summit would be better. Let's punch them in the face first. Pitiless Pontiff, and away we go. Are you going to take the Gutterbones that I get to play and cast anyway, or are you going to take the Bedevil that actually does things? But not until a lot later on in the game. Gutterbones. Cool. It means that I can't hold up Pontiff activation, but their Wraths at 3 are all minus effects anyway. Still not sure. Maybe I should just hero here and just go for the gusto. Nah, Gutterbones puts as much power on the battlefield. Don't cry me. Okay. The Bedevil can go. It's super medium here, whereas I'd rather have the 4th land in case I drew a words and things and names of stuff. Heroic reinforcements. Let's Judith that up. Life matters little in this matchup, so I'd rather hold up the Pontiff activation in case they've got... oh, they can't even Kaya's Wrath next turn. But if they point, like, a Moment of Craving at a creature, or a Vraska's Contempt at a creature, Golden Demise. Sure, you're going to take 4 here? Opponent is at 1. I am going to bet they even stabilize there. Yeah. Let's just send. These Gutterbones are now effectively dead forever, unfortunately. Can't get them back because if they've taken damage, then they're dead. Yes! Don't have a counterspell. Sweet. Oh, come on. No! That's... Oh my god, I could have got a Gutterbones back. And yet it interpreted my mashing the spacebar button to mean I am intending to pass the turn through completely. What I actually intended to do was, please can we get on with the game? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, opponent has conceded from the match. Cool. Cool. Really know why they did that, but they did. Meh. This person apparently loves mana. I can understand that. Mana's amazing. Sure. If we go land, we're actually not too bad off here. That's not a land. Ban. Okay, well, I'm going to attack them, and then I'm going to make them show me what their deck is, and then I'm going to concede. Like I say, this deck is awful. Oh, this is going to be freaking... Here it is. This is the taking turns deck, isn't it? Oh, well, at least we can also play the Gutter Bones. Our mana problems with this deck have been absolutely atrocious. Really? So they're like a Bant control deck? There's a Blood Crypt. I'm actually wondering if there's any point playing it. My opponent has this game completely under control. Would it be better to not tell them what we are doing? No, let's play it out. Plus, I'm still not 100% certain on what they're doing. That being said, I can, with a relatively high likelihood, predict it. Yeah, cool, we're done. Mull to 4. Played my second land on turn 4. Seems good. Bum bum bum. And... no, I don't want Menagerie. I don't want Playcrafter. Don't think we need the Bedevils. The Mortifiers we definitely need. Carnival Carnage? Yeah, I figured they were Bant turns. The build was a little interesting. Having the Frilled Mystic in the main board is unusual, I think. Let's drop one Priest and a Carnival Carnage. Actually, let's drop both Carnival Carnages and pick back up the Priest. They're not going to have... oh no, they are going to have access to Wraths, aren't they? I was about to be like, they're not going to have access to Wraths, so I can, you know, play first, obviously. Yeah, this is a pretty good hand. I don't know if it's Gutterbones first or Duress. I think it might be Duress so that I can turn 2 the Priest, and then turn 3 I can play both of these creatures. Yeah, I can see that. Opponent mulls 6. Well, let's attack their hand then. We'll take that Wilderness Reclamation, I think. At least Teferi still costs 3 mana, whereas Wilderness Reclamation is entirely free. Yeah, let's get down this Priest while they haven't got counter magic up. Next turn we can play out our entire hand, minus whatever we draw, so... hey, main phasing a Grove Spiral is interesting. Hero of Precinct 1. We still can't activate it, so there's no point playing it yet, I don't think. Is there? I suppose there is. Right, let's play a Gutterbones and a Hero. And... attack for 1? Yeah, I feel relatively safe doing that. There's another Hero of Precinct 1, so interesting. I wondered if they were going to settle me, and I wonder if I meant to just let this happen, or if I meant to activate Priest. Well, I do need another land, but we're as likely to get it if we draw cards. Or we're relatively likely to get it if we draw cards, so... yeah, there we go. Oh, and I can do that now because it is my turn. Yeah. And decline. All it'll do is shuffle my deck. Again, we can play out our entire hand. Or basically our entire hand. There's a gut bones. There's a gut bones. And there's another hero. Okay. Just slam that Teferi into me. Okay, well, let's get some value out of this hero before it gets before they attempt to exile it. A frilled mystic, you say? Okay. Well, here's a witness. Witness! Sorry. And you can sacrifice a creature. And I'll sacrifice these two creatures. And I'll also draw a card. That seems fair, doesn't it? Yeah, this is going all right. I am mildly surprised at how all right this is going, but they kept a Lucy 6 and I managed to duress them, so... Otherwise, this Teferi would have come down last turn. +1-ing, eh? Well, that's another duress, so let's see what they've got. I hope it's a spell they draw because I can duress it now. Oh, absorb or a backup Teferi. Can you go away, please, duress? Okay, so I can kill this Teferi relatively easily, or I can 6, 7, 8, 9 them. I'm relatively happy taking this absorb, I think. No, I have to cast a spell for absorb to gain them life. Whereas another Teferi, yeah, let's do that. Right, and you can go at the Teferi, you can go at the Teferi, and you can go at the Teferi. You can go dome. Dome, dome, dome. Dome, 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 dome. Bye-bye Teferi, and all they have left in their hand at the moment is an absorb. Ixalan's Binding. That's tedious. What are they targeting? Of course it's the Forgotten Priest. Yeah, okay, fine. I was going to be like, heroic reinforcements off the top to just kill them on the spot. But no. No justice in the world. Let's play this Godless Shrine. Yeah, cool. Got him. Screw you, band turns. Maybe bedevils are useful for the Teferis, but they're not behind creatures. I don't know. I really don't know if that's worth it. Actually, no. I tell you what, we should put the Plague Crafters in and cut. Let's trim a Pontiff and a Hero? No, the Hero and the Pontiff combo means that we have more chaff to throw away to the Plague Crafter. Heroic. Yeah, let's just trim 2 heroic reinforcements. They've got a fair number of counter spells, so it's not the best. Yeah, cool. Yep, this opponent has proved that they do indeed love mana. Oh, you are so close to an actually playable hand. If we had a Godless Shrine instead of basically any of these spells, I would keep it, but this is a mulligan. This is a lot better. We'll keep this. I think we're bottom that. I think we're looking for more action here. Turn 1 Duress it is. I think. Nah, let's get the Gutter Bones down. We've got 2 Duresses, so if they manage to counter the first one, I just get to fire off the second one. Yep, Growth Spiral. Okay, cool. Oh, the sound that comes with that is excellent. Settle, Cinco, Absorb. And then an Angel of Grace as well, which I don't think is particularly good, but... Settle, Cinco, or Absorb. I think it's a counter spell this turn, and it's probably Absorb. I don't know. All of these stop me from being able to Tajik next turn, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I'd rather take the Absorb this time. Oh no, let's take the Settle this time. Because next Duress, I can probably just take the Absorb. I would be surprised if they didn't absorb this or syncopate this right here. Yep. I think I probably would have syncopated, but that's just me. And then this turn, unfortunately, we've got to deal with a stupid Angel. And again, our mana base is rather letting us down here. Playing out the Pontiff because the Pontiff can get through the Angel. And we will pass the turn. Yep, I figured they would do that. We're not having a good one this time though, folks. We are not having a good one. The Angel of Grace is just a big flying 5/4. I think the rest of the text's pretty useless on it. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, well I'm going to send. I'll at least be able to get a swamp out of my deck if this happens. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's play a hero, get it syncopated. Yep, cool. So they're a Bant turns deck that turns into sort of a Bant mid-range deck if you're going to be fast enough to annoy their Wilderness Reclamation plan. And even if they have nothing to do with that, playing it out is the right move because it's free! Can't believe that card exists. Mortify, that's an interesting one. Okay, well the only thing that they can hit is the Pontiff, and I don't think that matters too much to me, but I should mortify this Angel of Grace. Because if they exile either of the other two, I can just sacrifice it to the Pontiff, cancelling its effect. But at the same time, I don't think I will. I think I will just mortify this angel. Yeah, cool. Well, that works. Okay, red source off the top, Tajik, kill you. What are they doing? What are they doing? Untapping all. What have they got? Are they going to activate this angel? 6 mana. They could do it anyway, so I don't know what's going on here. March of Multitudes, you say? Yeah, sure, why not? I hate this card so much. Finally hit a red source though, which is just fine. Yeah. So I'm kind of basically just counting their life total as being at 10 because this angel can set it back to it. But Tajik still gets them. Ah, that's annoying. They did it beforehand. Can't play the Pontiff, it's under the binding, obviously. We contend them, but we take lethal on the crack, which is bad. Think we try to Tajik attack with Tajik and Gutter Bones here. Okay, I don't know fully why they didn't counter the Tajik. Kill off that thing. Yeah. Kind of feels like they don't have anything. Yes, they didn't have anything. Thank you for not making me puzzle it out. Because I honestly don't know if I would have attacked with everything there. Ooh, Bellowing Allosaur. Aegiosaurs, rather. Okay, we are 4-1. Still don't fully understand how this deck wins, but it just keeps seeming to. Right then. So we've fought through some pretty bad mana problems. We've fought through our opponents playing stupid cards that are free. Yeah, this deck still feels really good. Like I keep saying, it doesn't feel like we're ahead at any point, and yet we keep winning. Obviously, we're an aggro deck, and we do keep getting paired against control decks. If we fought another aggro deck, I feel that we would have a far worse time. It's a keep. It's an awkward keep, but it's a keep, because obviously we're going turn 1, and then turn 3, and then we've got a backup Judith, but I think it's still a keep. On the draw, we can hope to pick some extra bits up. Okay. Oh, gutter bones, you say? Well, that's interesting to me. I will pay that 2 life. Thank you very much. And opponent is being friendly and saying hello, so we will say hello back. Ozov Enforcer. Indeed. Okay, well, now turn 2, we're going to go Pitiless Pontiff. And pass the turn. My money is on a Abzan tokens list with Ozov Enforcer. Like, you're going pretty deep to go Ozov Enforcer here. Blood Crypt. Active, non-active player, but to go on the stack it still needs a target, so it doesn't even matter. Yep, still no attacks. I want this Gutter Bones to replace itself by allowing me to be like, okay, attack. Okay, it died. Ping the opponent. That's annoying. Ooh, Hero of Precinct 1. Sorry, everyone. Just knocked the mic there. My bad. Yeah, that's pretty good. Opponent has played 3 spells. 2 of them are removal spells. So I don't really know what's going on here. But it's fine. I think we're going to attack with this Gutter Bones now. Then we're going to go Hero. Again, our mana base being a little bit awkward and not letting us play a Witness at the same time, but you can't have everything, so... A Dusk Legion Zealot, you say? Okay. Yeah, they might actually just be a sacrifice deck as well. I'm going to play a Judith. I'm going to attack with this Hero Precinct 1. When it doesn't get through, I'm going to ping my opponent, and then I'm going to get back my Gutter Bones into my hand. That's the line here, I think. Gutter Bones back in hand. Okay, what you got? Ajani? Seraph of the Scales, you say? Seraph of the Scales. Oh, another hero. Oh, that's nice. Because that means I get to go Hero. And then bedevil this Seraph. Nice. We have no Wrath effects in this in the main board. We will have post board. We've got some Golden Demises, which are obviously perfect for this deck. We don't have another removal spell in hand, though. Do have a Priest. That's not a bad hit. I am going to attack with a Hero. No more ways of triggering it currently. They should probably just block with the 1/1 here, actually. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, you definitely shouldn't block with the 4/3. Opponents playing to the board too much. I don't believe them to have a Wrath effect. like I say, they played a lot of removal spells in the early game. Casting down my hero. Interesting. Well, let's take out that 1/1, shall we? My priest now has a clear path to sacrifice their Seraph. I don't get people. Mortify on my priest, Orzhov Enforcer. That makes more sense. That makes way more sense. And give this vigilance. Yeah. Okay, okay. I'm getting you now. I'm getting you. Godless Shrine isn't exactly what I wanted to hit here. We can send with these two. Yeah, cool. Please do that. That's excellent. So 1 point can go here, and 1 point can go up here. Yeah, we're going to let that resolve. Play it. Sacrifice it and the non-life linking one, I guess. You submit that and that. This will kill 2 of their creatures because obviously we can ping one. So let's ping that one. Oh, nice draw. Nice draw. That was a fun turn. That was a really fun turn. This is what you get when you kill my hero instead of my fracking priests. Kill the priest! Kill the priest! This is insane! I don't get it. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm super tilty when people kill my priest. But you gotta kill the priest. Finding back a Orzhov Enforcer and a Seraph of the Scales. Oh, that was a really nice draw. Are they just dead here? 5, 7 plus 3. Yeah, cool. Damage. Cool. That was nice. That was an unusual game, a very interesting one. They played a lot of removal. I'm kind of feeling the Gruesome Menagerie here. And they also had a ton of 1/1, so let's go Golden Demise. I'm not feeling the Tajic in this matchup, I don't think. Nor the need for Bedevil. I'd rather just keep the Mortifiers while having access to some more late game stuff. Judith did work there. Like, Judith put in a lot of work. I don't know how many 1/1s I killed, but I think it was like 6. And still got to deal occasional points of damage to my opponent as well. Yeah, they don't feel fast to me, so I'm feeling okay bringing in Gruesome Menagerie, because all they're doing is killing my creatures. Carnage is, yeah, medium here, actually. Let's, like, they're finding, so they are a mid-rangey deck, but Abzan tokens. Abzan. Or Abzan mid-range, I guess. Did we see any green spells? I can't even remember. well, that's a mulligan. That's a hard mulligan. That's a keep. That's all right. 2 heroes, a pitiless pontiff to trigger them, and a priest. Oh, I want you so bad, Judith. I want you on top. Yeah, okay. We're gonna get super punished by that. Like, don't even start, because I know I'm gonna get super punished by that. It just tapped. Okay, no 2-drop. That's a fine start for us. Dragon Skull Summit. Hero of Precinct 1. Cast down. Oh, no. Interesting. Interesting. An Oars of Enforcer. It does have Death Touch, so it does get to block my hero, which is a tilt. I think we go Judith this turn, because next turn we can go hero pontiff or hero Actually, is it just priest here? Nah, it's Judith here. Judith. And no attacks. If they've got a Wrath, it's going to be really bad for us no matter what happens, so... Okay, that's unfortunate. I would have liked to have seen Judith stick around a little longer. Right, okay then. Not least because she obviously made this human able to attack into this stupid Auto Enforcer. I really want to go Pontiff this turn because it gets to start attacking, but I think it's Hero instead. Yeah, let's play you and you. No attacks. Lyra. Oh dear. I should have brought in my edict effects. Let's do this now. In case we hit a removal spell. No, not that one. Those two. The new two. It's unlikely because we've taken a lot of them out of the deck. Yeah, obviously. That's the one that you're going to sacrifice. Yeah. Let's play a Sacred Foundry tapped. And pass it over. No attackers. Okay, so Abzan Angels then. Ajani. Oh, God. Oh, that's a tilt. That is a severe tilt. I really wish they hadn't noticed that was the best play, because it protects their Lyra more from my priests. Okay, we're just looking for a removal spell here. Pontiff doesn't do it, but it at least gives us a bunch more chaff to eat with this priest. Yeah, we're gonna do this now. Sacrifice the Orzhov Enforcer again, obviously. Witness isn't terrible. Isn't exactly what we wanted either. Does mean we at least get to take out this Ajani this turn. But I do have to send at least 3 of my 2/2s at it. Oh, which is all of my 2/2s. Yeah, because the other one's still summoning sick. I had forgotten about this. Might as well go at them for 1. Yeah, I was going to say, they might take this opportunity to kill a hero, which is really great for me, because if they don't draw another creature, we get to kill the Lyra next turn with the priest. So they're really hoping on a creature draw, or another Ajani, I guess. Please just be a land. Oh, feck. I'm going to keep doing this now, because, again, I just need to hit... I just need to hit a removal spell. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, they're just taking it this time. Because they know that if they don't hit a creature again next turn, that was annoyingly lucky of them. I mean, I know it's relatively high likelihood for them to hit something that effectively is a creature, but they really badly misplayed it, and yet they're not going to get punished for it. Yeah, can't do anything. If we'd had the second priest a little bit earlier, hey Nathan, if we'd had the second priest a little earlier, we would have been able to deal with it. We didn't. Tempted by Consecrate Consume? I don't know. Is that even worth it? Or should I just bring in a couple of Bedevils? I think I should just bring in Bedevils, shouldn't I? Yeah. Bedevils instead of another Carnival Carnage and a Heroic Reinforcements, I think. Yeah, okay, let's try this. So yeah, Lyra took over that game really fast, and there were multiple points we could have drawn out of it. And like I say, there was that one turn that if my opponent hadn't drawn a creature or creature analogy, they lost it. So this is a pretty good hand. This is a pretty reasonable hand. We'll keep this. Godless Shrine enters tapped. So we've got the Golden Demise to take care of it when they get an army of flyers. We've also got Judith, who does good work normally. Where were you last turn? There's a hero. Holding out for a hero till the end of the night. It's alright. Dusk Legion Zealot. Cool. Now we're just glutted on removal. I think I would have blocked there. Like, Judith just means that this Dust Legion Zealot is often not even going to trade for, oh, but you got a Midnight Reaper. Yeah, all right. Does rather suggest that I want to mortify this Midnight Reaper, doesn't he? Yeah, we're just going to do that. Yeah, they are playing Ajani, so Bedevil's not a terrible thing to have. Yep. Okay, well that's a very fast clock we've got them on there. As long as they don't have a... God damn it. I should have known this was going to be a Kaya's Wrath deck. Yeah, okay. I think we're going to hold. These witnesses are more useful as actual creatures. You know, we've got more Judiths in the deck. We've got priests of the Forgotten Gods, etc., etc. There's another Seraph. Okay, sure. And an Orzhov Enforcer. If we could draw another land, that would actually be kind of great. Because we can get ourselves going on Ascend. So... Please don't Lyra. Alright, Vigilance, sure. That's not cool. That was really going to help me get to Ascend. Yeah, this game's gone their way, I'm afraid. It's really removal heavy. Like, I hadn't really noticed. Like, game one did not go especially like that. Like, it went a little bit like that, obviously. Ooh, Midnight Reaper, you say? Feel like I just have to Golden Demise their board, otherwise I will just die. I'm going to attack with the Garbones first. Because they'll probably want to draw a card with the Orzhov Enforcer. Yeah. Alright. Well, everybody can die. Okay, well that's an interesting line, I guess. Just so that I only have 1/1/1 life linker. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, wow. Okay, sure. Well, this is why the Bedevils are back in the deck, so... I know I could have played the Witness there, but it would have cost me a life, and I'm not entirely convinced it would have been worth. It cost me 2 life. I'm not entirely convinced it would have been worth it. Okay. Now we are just dead. Yeah, they hit a Kaya's Wrath on turn 4 in this game. Otherwise, they were going to die. Priest of Forgotten Gods probably isn't going to do it, but maybe. Okay, cool, we died. Yeah, we died. But I think we fought through a lot more removal and rash than I think we had really any right to. Oh, I actually wanted to look at what card I picked up there. Never mind. Right, cool. Got some cards here. We picked up Aerial Engineer, Raptor Hatchling, that's seeing play, and another Detection Tower. Well, I already crafted the one that I needed, so And we got a pack, so let's crack it, because why not? Smothering Tithe. Aggressively medium card. Another Rhythm of the Wild. Nice. So I actually got to open my vault earlier today, and I'm kind of a bit annoyed by it, because it's like, just keep the vault up, just keep it right there. Well, in fact, it appears right there, but it's like, just keep it up, and I can see how it's going. Maybe I won't feel so bad about opening all of the same cards again and again in like common and uncommon. Anyway, so the deck we're moving on to is this one. Let's change the layout. We've got some Llanowar Elves, the Explore package. We've got 9 Explorers, 4 Jadelights, 4 Merfolks, and a Seeker Squire. Couple of cast downs for interaction, 2 Midnight Reapers for those mid-range fights, Chupacabra, again, interaction. Although I'm wondering if that Chupacabra should just become another cast down. Contempts, because they're important to have against Planeswalker decks, I think. Carnage Tyrants, Vivian Reeds, and then the splash for blue in the main board is purely for Hydroid Krasis, which I think is an excellent magic card against a bunch of different decks. In the sideboard, Duress, Negate, and Disdainful Stroke. This might be a little bit overkill for the anti-control package, but there's a ton of stuff in the main deck to take out, so mid-range fights, Plaguecrafter, Eldest Reborn, and Vraska's Contempt. And then against White Weenie, we got Cry of the Carnarium. Our anti-red stuff is all in the main deck, so we shouldn't really be sideboarding for red, basically, is the plan here. Not that we've seen a massive amount of it, but I'm just saying, like, it's already in the deck because it's reasonable elsewhere. So we're going to get into a traditional constructed here, seeing as we did just manage 4 wins. So yeah, Sultai midrange, submit, and this should be also the deck on Stream Decker as well. Sorry there, folks, just gone and knocked my mic. So yeah, let's get into it. This is obviously very similar to the Golgari mid-range deck that I was playing last season, so hopefully all we've done is shore up a couple of medium annoying matchups, and yeah, we could be on the way. We will play first, and we will mulligan the no-land hand. I'm going to keep this. Opponent mull to 6. Hydroid Krasis. We don't really want that. We could play it on turn 4 as a 2/2 that draws me a card, but I don't think that's worth it. The reason I kept this hand is we had Accelerant and we had all of our colours. Games have been going fine, I would say. Fine is probably the way I would describe this, Graham. So, yeah. And we're going to send here, because, yeah. If this is a control deck, oh, this is a control deck. This is going to be super tilting. So my mana worked in this deck, at least. Mono blue? I don't even think I want to play out this Vivian Reed into this. Yeah, I'm cool for not playing out Vivian Reed. Right, let's attack. We're just going to play a Chupacabra. Just to try and get on the board a little bit. Wizard's Retort. Oh, is this mono blue tempo and they just have had a really awkward draw? Like, is that what's going on here? Let's get a Jade Light out there. I'll try to, at least. I'm guessing this is just a wall of counter spells. It might in fact be purely a wall of Wizard's Retorts. You're going to have to do something eventually. Or not. We're just going to keep going backwards and forwards, playing land at each other. Yeah, but they haven't played any prison pieces either, Graham. Like, they have literally... Oh, it is mono blue. Okay, this is a super weird draw from them. I'm going to point this Wrath of Contempt at this Mistcloaked Herald, because I bet you they try and defend it. Because their deck is doing nothing else at the moment. Yeah, cool. Well, hopefully they don't have another counterspell for my Vivian Reed then. Yes! Carnage Tyrant? Seems like the best line here. I mean, Seeker Squire we can actually cast, but as is Merfolk Branchwalker, like this turn, but I think Carnage Tyrant's just a line. Yeah, I mean, they mulled to 6, I think, so... Obviously, we can't block this 1-1, so... Send! We've got Choops and Memorial in Graveyard, or Memorial on the battlefield and Choops in Graveyard, so... Yeah, just keep my Vivian Reed under control. I think that's probably right, actually. Let's tick Vivian Reed up and see what we hit. A Breeding Pool or another Lanner Elf. I guess at least the Lanner Elf turns sideways. How much mana we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, 7, 8, 9. I think I'd rather take the Breeding Pool here. Oh, I shouldn't have played that Breeding Pool first. I should have Branchwalkered first. That was bad of me. Essence Scatter. Okay. Well, I'm gonna blink him for 1. Oh, nice one, Nathan. Yes, good man. Good man. That's what I'm talking about. Get that Carney Tease up in there. Yeah, like their mull to 6 was clearly awful, because I think it might have actually just been 3 3 counter spells. Right, so we want the edict effects against them, right? I'm feeling like Midnight Reaper's not right in this matchup, so we'll take them out. I don't know if we want like Duress or Negate or something. Negate obviously means we get to win fights on the stack, but Duress means we can try and set up for things. I think it's meant to be Duress because it's the 1 mana spell, because it's the cheaper one. It means that I'm not waiting till turn 7 to try and play my Vivian Reed for a counter spell. Cry of Carnarium? I really don't know, because they've got, you know, the setup creatures. It does kill. That's very true. But it also wipes out a lot of our early pressure, so I don't think it's worth it. I could very well be wrong on that one, but I don't think it's worth wiping out our early pressure for this. So I think we want some Duresses, and I think I'm willing to trim out a Seeker Square, because obviously we're probably not blocking here, and a Krasis. It's a little bit too late game to be good as a blocker against them. Let's trim 2 Krasis, in fact. Yeah, I think that's right. So yeah, I think Cry would be the wrong thing to bring in, because the only things you're getting are the setup creatures, and that's if they don't try and protect them with dive downs anyway, but you accidentally end up killing a lot of your own stuff. I think this is annoyingly a mulligan. We can't cast this Duress or these cast downs, and the only spell that we do have is Llanowar Elves. So I think we're going to mulligan that. I think we're going to keep this and hope to hit a land. That's going to be painful. We are on the draw, though, so we get 3 looks before it becomes really painful. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Okay, no plays on turn 1 or 2 again. Intriguing. Essence Scatter my Wildgrowth Walker. Okay, cool. Merfolk Trickster, yeah, of course. And now they're going to put the thing on the Trickster, because they feel like they need to, and they've probably got a dive down in hand. Oh, no, they're just going to send for 2. All right. Appears that they don't have a Curious Obsession, which is awesome. Oh, yeah, sorry. The Tempest Djinn is way too important for me to bother letting that live for another turn. And we're going to go no attackers here. Bet you they've got another one. I would be surprised if they didn't have another one here. Interesting. Interesting. Let's try and get this Wildgrowth Walker down. I'm guessing this is going to get Wizards Retorted. Yeah, cool. Pay 2 life. Branch Walker. Kind of want to set up for the land, so I'm willing to only gain 1 life off of this. They haven't shown me another viable threat, but it is definitely worth keeping on top of the library, I think. You know, we've got another Merfolk Branch Walker next turn, so we can... Actually, I want to attack here, because if they want to start coming back at me, they're going to have to use tricks on this Branch Walker, either more Merfolk Tricksters or bouncing it. Opponent's off it. Yeah, hand was worth the risk. We had 4 2-drops. No, we had 5 spells for 2. One of them was interaction, and then obviously 2 Wildgrowth Walkers and 2 Merfolk Branch Walkers. So, plays in a combo deck. So I'm pretty happy with that keep. As risky as it was, like, it would have looked awful and it would have felt awful if we hadn't drawn a land in the top. Like I say, we had 3 looks at it before it became really desperate. And I can't do hypergeometric calculations in my head at the moment, so I don't know exactly how. This is, I think, a keep. We hit 1 land and we're off to the races here. They kill our Llanowar Elves and we are dead! But we have a backup one, so maybe not. Pelt Collector. Land? No land. Land? No land. I think we're going to go Llanowar Elves. And I'm kind of just hoping that this is a non-interactive mono-green aggro deck. Although I would be surprised. Oh, well, there's only green so far. And we hit a breeding pool anyway. That's kind of awesome. If we'd hit a black land, that would have been way better. But what can you do? We're going to set up with this Jadelight Ranger rather than trying to get like Wild Growth Walker out and get tricksy with it. But you know what? That can stay on top. Playing for a long game here. Jadelight Ranger's really good while trying to do that. I'm assuming that this is a... Oh no, I was expecting a Steel Leaf. But still, this Jadelight Ranger does effectively shut down the board, which is lovely. I feel like now I get tricksy with the Wild Growth Walker, actually. I think the 6 life is worth it. And we're going to go no attacks. And we are holding here. I'm expecting my opponent to play a Golter, but we've got the Vraska's Contempt. So if we can find some black sources and we're playing, you know, some explore creatures in our hand. Oh, opponent does have a splash of green. There's the Steel Leaf. There's the Steel Leaf. I would not have blocked. Oh, that's another Jadelight Ranger. We don't actually necessarily want one of those. Might as well just leave the Llanowar Elves up. There's nothing that I would be casting here. Graveyard, you're not super interesting to me, and you can definitely also go in the graveyard there. That's unfortunate. But we're gaining a bunch of life and we're making our Wild Growth Walker bigger, so that's fine. No attacks. Like I say, we're probably going to get Golted. It's probably going to feel really bad. And if we haven't hit a couple of black sources by that point, it's going to actually feel awful. In fact, I would say awful. This is the problem with not playing Find in the main deck. Yes, that was a really good hit. That was a really good hit. Right, Jadelight Ranger number 3. Can we hit some lands here, please? Some black lands. Graveyard. I'm going to play the Seeker Squire this turn. Graveyard. Yeah, we still just need black mana. Tempting to send these Jadelight Rangers. Like, they trade with literally everything. We could also send in the Wild Growth Walker. Because... Oh no, they would block with that and and kill it, and I would only get to kill 1 Steel Leaf Champion for the pleasure. Like I say, I want to get some damage in before the Golter comes down, because then they're under a little bit more pressure. But also just killing their stuff makes Golter harder to play out. You know, not impossible, obviously. They've got enough mana and board position that it's not going to be a thing. So we're just looking for that black source. Well, that's not the worst, actually. We've got a Wild Growth Walker that's already bigger than it. Okay, well... I don't know. Carnage Tyrant. There's a big stupid dinosaur. Can we get some Carney teas in chat, please, Nate? I would appreciate it. And I still need to work on getting him a top hat, don't I? A top hat and monocle. Possibly a cane also. Well, there's that second black source. Do we even bother contempting this Nullhide Ferox, or do we play out this Midnight Reaper? You know what? I'm actually up for the Midnight Reaper. Starts just turning all of our creatures into draw spells. Exclamation point, Graham. It has an exclamation point at the front, I believe. But thank you very much. Okay, so they're turning off their Nullhide Ferox to Assassin's Trophy. My Giant Wildgrowth Walker. Okay, well, we're going to take action and get... We've got blue sources. We've now got enough black sources. Do we have enough black sources, or do we want more? I'm up for more black sources, actually. And we can actually just play Swamp and then Vrasta's Contempt this Nullhide Ferox. They turned it off for us. Oh. I do not know what's going on. Hold on. It should be... see. It should be... yeah, no attack still. With an exclamation point at the front, surely, Nathan, isn't it? I could be wrong. No, you're right. It is just that. Sorry, my bad. I thought chat thingies had exclamation points. Okay, well, they got a Fallen Lieutenant. Wish I'd saved my Vrasta's Contempt now. There we go. Got there. Right, let's at this Vivian Reed then. Because she needs to take some punishment. Otherwise, the 6. Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but we don't get nice clean ones yet. I think you have to be like partnered to get those. Just with no JPA 6 things or anything like that. Oh yeah, of course, that's for the commands in chat. Yeah, we'll kill this Steel Leaf Champion. That seems fine. Like, the Fallen Lieutenant I know can obviously get big, but let's draw some cards, shall we? Merfolk Branchwalker's not a bad one. Breeding Pool's not great. You can enter tapped. Yeah, that's normally how I cheat and do it. Vivian Reed is +1ing again. Hitting a forest. There's a Nullhide. And a Fawny. Okay, so they can block my 3 biggest things. Vrasta's Contempt off the top? Nope. Nope, of course not. We haven't actually hit a Oh, what's it called? The new thing. The Hydroid Crisis yet. So I'm... Yeah, you should probably put the 2-3 on my 2-3 so that I don't just draw extra cards. Alright, fine. I need the Hydroid Crisis at some point in the near future, please. Cast down. That's not a bad hit. Oh, come on, real? We're going to play out more lands. We have drawn a lot of lands. I mean, I know we've drawn a lot of extra cards, but yeah, the number of lands we've got going on at the moment is a little bit annoying. Yep. There's another Nullhide. Okay. I'm loving their Nullhide and Vivian Reed deck. That seems real good. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's put this guy here. We're happy to take 6. It's just I want to draw another card. Oh, come on. I'm going to turn off this Nullhide Ferox and cast it down, I think. Oh, thanks for using both of my black mana sources there. Jeez, that could have been real bad. Really? We've got a Carnage Tyrant in the graveyard. It doesn't even do anything. This is a little tilting. Like, we're 30 cards in and we've seen one of our 3 Vraska's Contempt and we've seen none of our Hydroid Crises. I'm not even certain I put them in the deck anymore. Let's pass the turn back. I wanted to be like, okay, well, I found another removal spell. We can get some damage on this Vivian Reed again, but no. They're just drawing extra cards. We haven't found our Vivian Reed to start doing the same. It's looking grim, folks. It's looking real grim. Yeah, I'm a little bit tilt. I mean, like, it's definitely Magic, right? It's definitely a thing that happens in Magic. You go through half your deck and you're like, well, I have most of my lands now. That's a thing. Like, a Hydroid Crisis off the top would be huge. Vivian would then just kill it, but it would draw me more cards. I was going to say, can we start with the obvious start point, please, opponent? I.e., Vivian can do all of one thing. There's the Golter. There's the Golter that we were so afraid of earlier. So we're going to be taking 8 here, I believe. How much does that cost to pump? Too much. Oh, okay. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. 10, 11, going down to 12. Yeah, we're going to block here, actually. Save 3 more damage. Well, actually only save 2. Yeah, we're just, like, now Midnight Reaper's starting to become a liability. just down to 14. There's a crisis. Yeah, shame we didn't draw any instant speed interaction, obviously. Oh, well, I say that, but Ravenous Chupacabra is pretty good here. Okay, so what is the line? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. And we've got a 10th here. Yeah, let's just play that now. 10th. So we can make an 8/8 that obviously just dies to Vivian Reed, but it gains us 4 life. Or we can do this Hydroid Crisis for a 4/4 that draws us 2 and gains us 2. That's actually not the worst thing in the world. That's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah. Oh, I should have done the Hydroid Crisis first. But what can you do? Seven here, block here, block here if we get the opportunity. Is it worth actually just playing the Wild Growth Walker? Oh no, of course that gets bigger, doesn't it? 8, 11. Yeah, we are just mostly dead, I think. That's annoying. That's annoying. Okay. Well, I think we got a little unlucky there. If I'm being completely honest, I think we got a little bit unlucky there. Strokes. I don't think Wild Growth Walker is worth it. Although they do go aggro. No, I don't think enough. Midnight Reaper. This isn't actually a Midnight Reaper fight. We can also cut out a Seeker Squire here and put Wild Growth Walker back in or something. Or a Midnight Reaper back in. Yeah, I'm not super hyped on the... Oh no, actually I am medium on the Seeker Squire. They're playing black for something, which means it's probably finality, like find finality, and they've got a splash of black so that they can finality away stuff if it comes to it. So having a Midnight Reaper isn't the worst idea. Yeah, I think I'd rather have the Midnight Reaper as an out to draw some cards than Wild Growth Walker as a... Occasionally I make a massive thing. Play first. That's an awkward hand. If we had a third mana source, I would be like, okay, cool, well, we get to go Jade Light. I don't know about this one. I kind of want to keep it. We've got a long time before it becomes a big problem. But we do need to hit another green source. So, okay, opponent mulligan to 6. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, well, Memorial. And away you go. Alright, green source, please. That will actually do. So either our J-Light Ranger gets big enough to definitely block this Pelt Collector, or we've drawn a bunch of lands. Both of those are good outcomes. Thorny. It's a Thorny. Yep. No blocks. Graveyard, we've got one. We need another black source. Graveyard, we still need lands. Okay, opponent had no play there. That's interesting. No, I'm not super interested in you in the first place. Watery Graves, not a bad pickup there. Cool. Okay, well, we've started to set up. We only need one more land and we can start casting one of the 3 Vivian Reeds in our hand. Steel Leaf. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough for us. Like that sort of a land. That will do just fine. So we're going to hold on to this contempt for the big stuff. The stuff that I definitely cannot deal with. Carnage Tyrant's bigger than a lot of things here. So, yeah, I don't feel too bad about taking a Carney T here. There's their Vivian Reed, and that's the sort of thing that I meant when I wanted to take something out with a Vraska's Contempt. Thrashy B. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so they're not even going to bother trying to put my Vivian Reed under any pressure. Let's tick Vivian up. We could do with another. We could do with a swamp here, actually. Drowned Catacomb is basically the same thing, right? Yeah, we've got Water Grave, so we're good. Oh, and Breeding Pool. We were doubly good. Let's contempt this Vivian Reed. And then we're going to sit here and defend our Vivian Reed and try and get her to ultimate. Yep. Bit annoyed that that's legendary, because my cast down can't hit it, obviously. Okay, well, that is now an actual problem that I'm going to have to deal with. So I'm probably going to kill that 5/5 with this cast down. Yeah, cool. At me. Interesting. Alright then, could do a Choops. Hydrocrisis, interesting, interesting. That Choops right there! Bye-bye, Golter. Yeah, and just pass turn. Cool. Okay. Okay, we can ultimate the Vivian Reeds. Yeah, cool. Like, they can't quite sweep our board this turn, because we just make, like, blocks that didn't... Okay, and our opponents conceded from the match as well. Awesome. They recognised how amazing our deck was. Or something. Yeah. I'm afraid that the days of Carnage Tyrant being exactly what it was in the past, i.e. the game-ending threat that allowed you to just go, can you do anything to it? Yeah, are over. Yeah, this is a really good hand. Okay. That makes it even better, amazingly enough. Turn 2 Jade Light. Turn 4 Vivian Reed, probably. Alright, well... Okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, this looks like Drake's. I was a little bit like, is this a control deck? But most Jeskai control decks will play Opt in that slot. Okay. Oakley dokley. Don't mind us. We're just A Grixis a Golgari midrange deck. Don't even worry about us. Yeah, that can stay on the library. Crackles. Oh, dang, they didn't fall for it. I was hoping that they'd just play into it. Right, it's send. And we're going to pay 2 life on this one so that we can contempt. We've paid 6 life on our mana base this time round. That was not happening last season. Hence the reason I think that all of our anti-aggro stuff being in the main board is a really good idea. Like, just a really good idea. Oh, that's super annoying. That's in the main deck. That's a real tilt. Because you know they've got the dive down. They wouldn't be doing this if they didn't have the protection spell. But we've still got to go for it. Spell Pierce, okay. Well, we get to play Vivian Reed at least. And not take pain off of that, which is an advantage. We've got no more explorers. I'm going to take this Carnage Tyrant, I think. Just because it's a big dumb trampler. Means that these birds matter a lot less. Yep. Just checking the Vivian raid. Seems decent. Let's see if we can hit something good here. Oh, is another Hydro Krasis worth it? Or should I be taking a non-pain land? I feel like a non-pain land is actually not the worst idea. Yeah. Yeah, that Carney T getting up in here. And no attacks. Opponent doesn't seem to have a lot of cantrips going on either, which is pretty good for us. Like, they're not pumping out birds. But they didn't bother attacking my Vivian Reed, which is very concerning to me. Or at least confusing. We're going to tick up. We're going to see what happens. Chuppa Chups? Oh, yeah, that's great. We're going to attack with the Carnage Tyrant and see if they dive down their Murmuring Mystic. Looks like no. I'm a little bit intrigued by that, actually. I'm, yeah, not 100% that's correct. Let's gain that 6 life that we lost off of our mana base back. No, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling. Some days you play spells and your opponent doesn't. And on those days, you do tend to win the game. Right, we want the Edicts. I think another Contempt is not a terrible thing. And I think the Duresses we decided. Midnight Reaper is medium in these matchups. As is Seeker's Squire. Did we take the Wild Growth Walkers out here? Actually, that extra Contempt isn't worth it, I don't think. Actually, yeah, let's just take out... No, I really want something proactive to do relatively early. One more cut. Maybe we don't need all 3 duresses. No, I feel like we do. Okay, maybe a Hydrocrisis isn't the best thing. Maybe 4 is too many in the deck anyway. Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe that's why I'm having a little bit of trouble finding things to cut. Sorry, I keep whacking the mic tonight. I'm all over the place. Apologies, folks. And this is why I didn't want to keep Wildgrowth Walker in the deck. I think this is a keep, but we're definitely looking for like something like sensible action. Duress isn't a bad thing, but it's not what you do on turn 1. Players, if you're ramping, maybe they shock your Lana or Elves when you are fine with that happening. Okay, Discovery. I'm looking for him to put 1 in the graveyard here. That'd make my Duress look really good next turn. Yep. Another Discovery went in the graveyard, in fact. This Woodland Cemetery. This Duress. Oh, wow. 3 Enigma Drakes? Okay, this game might actually be pretty tricky to navigate properly. Okay. And then we just play out this Wildgrowth Walker. Are they just going to slam a Drake here? Yeah, don't even blame them. I have to keep killing them. Like, that is all that happens here. I have to keep finding removal spells for them. Jam for 1. Like, that is exactly the sort of hand that I didn't want to see with my hand. Just jam another one. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, well, I at least get to play my Memorial this turn. I mean, we could just be freaking dead. Opponent also seems to have not drawn particularly well, but we are dead next turn if we don't find something here. Cool, dead. That was exactly what I didn't want to see. Okay. In a normal game, I feel like Duresses are fine. Because you go, okay, well, I'm going to take your dive down, and now you can't protect your thing, and let's point a removal spell at it. Or they go, okay, I point a dive down at my thing in response because it's the only thing in my hand, and you go, sweet, let's counter that. Let's kill that thing. Run it back? I think run it back. Yeah. Like, another point of interaction at cast down, a Chupacabra, an Edict effect, we would have been fine-ish. Yeah, alright, I'll keep this. This is turn 1 Duress, which isn't spectacular. Like, it isn't actually what you want to be doing. You want to be clearing the way for things. Maybe it's worth it just not taking the 2 damage then. But yeah, I think we keep this. Gonna need some lands, but we've got some interaction. Okay, well, now I've definitely got things to do, because next turn I'm guessing I'm double duressing. That's tedious. there's 2 crackles in hand. Opponent's got Discovery and a Charter Course and a Disdainful Stroke. So I'm tempted to take the cantrip spells here because they need to draw useful things. Whereas we just need to buy time. So yeah, let's do this. That was a pretty decent draw, actually. More lands, please. And the opponent found another Charter Course. Maybe that was the wrong play because like most of their deck is just cantrips. Maybe I should have just taken the Disdainful Stroke and the... Oh, they binned the Lava Coil. Okay, well maybe I should have taken... I was thinking about taking the Disdainful Stroke, it has to be said. But I felt that I could get away with it. Maybe that was just wrong. Alright. Stop giving me the information. Like, just don't give me the information that it's gonna die. Slam Crackles? Okay, that's sweet. If I can draw a land here, I get use out of my Ravenous Chupacabra even when they've got Disdainful Stroke in hand. Oh well, no such luck. Slam another Crackles, you'll only have a shock up. You'll only have a red up. Okay. That's pretty good. Like I say, I just wanted to get use out of this Ravenous Chupacabra because that Disdainful Stroke takes care of it. And I know that's there. Okay. Let's see if this works. Nope, okay. Well then, hopefully my opponent does something stupid and lets me play Vivian Reed next turn. I'm not expecting it, but... Okay, doming me. Wow, that was aggressive. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, we died. We died, folks. I mean, this deck was very much designed, like, this deck was very much designed with Golgari in mind, I feel. So, It definitely just happens. Blood Divination? Medium. I feel like my opponent was playing very loosey-goosey there with a lot of their creatures, just running them out there, and it's like, no, these are meant to be protected. Like, even if you can't, you're meant to pretend you can, so that I'm forced to play around it. I think this is a keep. It's a very medium keep. I'm meant to play that first, aren't I? Because the forests in our hand don't bring it in untapped at any point, and I might need a Chupacabra. Okay, well that's this could be another Drake's deck, it could be mono red aggro, yada yada yada, bunch of things it could be. Mono red aggro it looks like. That's a Pyroman. If we could hit a explore creature, that'd be great. If we could hit another black source, I wouldn't be too sad. I mean, obvious Chain Whirler is obvious, but I don't have an Explorer in hand, so... Alright, black source, please. Untapped black source. That is exactly what I was after. Send. Got to do some damage. I mean, it's only one, but it's never really going to be holding back a ton of things. Go on, play the Phoenix. Yeah, cool. Okay, well, I'm going to attack with both, I think. I think holding off 1 damage from a late... Just tapped. From a late... what's the name of the 1/1 that can tap and sacrifice itself isn't worth it, so... Okay, a Fanatical Firebrand. That was the hoofry doofry I was thinking of. Alright, well, Hydrocrasis X is 4, gain 2. Yeah, X is 4. Gain 2, draw 2. Not bad. First one we've cast this league. Like, the reason I put the deck together, there are literally 4 of them. That is the first one we have cast. Which is a little unfortunate because I think it's so good. And this isn't even the match where it's really good. Like, it's really good in mid-range fights. That's Chainwhirler. Yeah, sure. Firebrand ping off troops. Allows the Pyromancer to attack, theoretically, but only if the Steamkin does as well. And I am so happy to trade off with that. Oh. I'll gain another 6. Running on empty, though. Like, opponent definitely has some really powerful top decks here. That is unfortunately one of them. Having traded off our Krasis, obviously we don't get a nice easy block on that. But if we can find another one... I mean, we can just keep gaining life. I'm not against that plan either. For example, that can stay right there. So yeah, the plan here is basically just Wildgrowth Walker forever, I guess. I love it. Opponent's forced to hold Rekindling Phoenix back as a blocker. Yeah, all right. Oh, I should have played the Breeding Pool. That was silly of me. There's a runaway Steamkin. I'm guessing they've got a land in hand. Or maybe just a pointless burn spell that isn't doing anything at this point because I'm at 41. Graveyard with you. Okay, so can they put enough power in front of either of these to kill them? 3, 7, 9. Yes, but they lose their Chainwhirler and their Pyromancer. I don't see how they're winning this game is the problem. Like I'm like, what is it they can do to win this game? And I think the answer is not a great deal. But with the Wildgrowth Walkers here, like, we can just never lose. And that's a Chainwhirler. That does at least kill one of my creatures. That animation is really cool. Like, the new animation is real nice. Yep, sweet. That was gross. Right, I think here we can contempt in for a Carnage Tyrant, and that's basically it. Well, I don't think Cry is a good plan here. A lot of their really important stuff doesn't die to Cry. I mean, it is also a way of, you know, you get to, if you can 2-for-1 yourself, you can get a Phoenix off the battlefield permanently. So that's something, you know, but you're still 2-for-1 yourself. Doesn't feel great. No, I think we're just going to take the Carnage Tyrant out for another Vraska's Contempt, because obviously they're going to be going slightly bigger post board. I'm expecting a lot more in the way of Phoenixes and things. So, yeah. Opponent obviously playing first. We've got a turn 2 Merfolk Branchwalker and a turn 4 Chupacabra. It's not the worst. I've definitely seen worse. We're on the draw, so we might find something to fill the gap in. Firebrand. Cool. I think I'd rather risk the Memorial to Folly coming in tapped later than take 2s anywhere, so this allows us to play Woodland Cemetery or Island next turn and get out this Merfolk Branchwalker. I think it'll probably actually be the Island. Yeah, I think we kind of want to do the Island here because, I mean, yeah, we kind of want to disguise the fact that we can Chupacabra them. I think that's the line. I was medium hoping for a spell there, because obviously this just dies to Chain Whirler now. No, shocking it. Interesting. Not even bothering to use the Fanatical Firebrand on it, because obviously the Firebrand can be more damage to the dome. We could do with something to do here. Oh, wow. They're just pumping this Runaway Steamkin. That's aggressive, but it could work out for them. That's a pretty good hit. Let's seek a Squire. Squire's probably just going under the bus, if we're being completely honest. Graveyard with you. Now we can play out the Memorial to Folly, I think. Next turn we've got Woodland Cemetery. Yeah, cool. Phoenix, that's annoying. That is annoying. And they've just generated mana with Runaway Steamkin. I don't know what... Oh, misclick. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Well, let's kill this Steamkin then. We're going to take 4 off of this Rekindling Phoenix. No attacks. We need to find a way of dealing with the Phoenix. It's either a Vraska's Contempt or it's a Hydroichrasis that's big enough to just block it. But unfortunately, we only get a Hydroichrasis that's big enough to block it on turn 7, basically. And even then, it's still dying to the Firebrand. Okay. Well, that's a start, actually. We can go Hydroichrasis, X is 2. It's a 2-2, and it can chump this thing. And we can play out a Llanowar Elves. So let's play a Llanowar Elves. Oh yeah, this is going to be annoying and painful, isn't it? I think this is still the line. It actually only costs us 1 here, because we're gaining X is 2. That's another Woodland Cemetery. Well, at least that makes our next Hydroichrasis pain-free. Of course, if they can point a burn spell at the Hydrocrisis, we do just die. I don't think there was any way around that, though. Okay, well, nice. Let's Crisis for X is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. X is 5. Perfect. We're only going to draw 2, obviously. Draw 2, gain 2. Have a 5/5 flying trampler. Is not terrible. Another Hydrocrisis. We're just going to chain these crises. Okay, now we're out of the range where we can just die to a burn spell, so we're relatively okay, I think. Chain Whirler would be super depressing because that would reduce this crisis to being the same size as this one, and obviously they're going to shoot it with the Firebrand. Still hoping for another removal spell off the top and we can take care of this stupid elemental token. Yeah, of course. Right, come on, removal spell. That's a Viashino Pyroman. That's bad. No, that's not a removal spell. This enters untapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is a 6/6 now. There's the contempts. Excellent. Excellent. If they want to trade off their Pyromancer, I'm not unhappy with that, I don't think. And I was saying that the Hydroid Crisis isn't good in this matchup. What do I even know? Please don't just play another one. That would be really annoying. Oh, of course, I'd have the mana to cast both of these, so... Cool! Got there. Got there against Mono Red. Nice. Nice. And Deadeye Tracker. That's a nice pickup, actually. Good graveyard hate. Crack the pack here, crack the pack at the end. Crack the pack at the end, I think. Right then. 3-1 currently. The deck seems pretty good. Like, I mean, I know it's just basically the Golgari deck from last season, but that Hydrocrisis was kind of nutty. Yeah, we'll play first. And we will keep this hard. Jeez. Pay 2 life. There's a Llanowar Elf. Next turn, we get to go Drown Catacomb and Wildgrowth Wilquir and probably still just attack for 1. Oh no, we make another Llanowar Elf, don't we? Of course we do. And then the turn after, Jadelight Ranger, try and find some lands. Turn 1 Cliff Drop Retreat kind of says to me that that is a control player. Yep. This is Jeskai Control again. This is another very good matchup, hopefully, for our Hydrocrisis. So we can play this Jadelight Ranger and we still get round to Syncopate. If they've got an Essence Scatter, obviously, that would be tedious. Nice. That's pretty good for us, actually. Islands, Merfolk Branchwalker. I don't know how many of these Jeskai control decks are playing Seal Away anymore. Okay, another land. Interesting. Okay, so if I attack and they have the seal away, it means the next turn they get to wrath the board completely free. And that would be really bad. What I want them doing is thinking about this Wild Growth Walker. So I'm going to go no attacks here. Getting in 4 damage isn't actually worth it. I want to set up for a big Crisis, which means having these Llanowar Elves. Of course, I expect them to wrath here anyway if they have it. Oh, they don't have it. Sweet. Okay, this is going to be a 4/4 Crisis that draws me 2 and gains me 2 life. That's not terrible. That's not terrible at all. Yeah, I'm just really afraid that they're just going to wrath this turn, so we're going to make this for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is another thing now that survives the 3 damage wraths. Cool. Holding up Settle, of course. I'm going to Seek a Squire here, just to make this Wild Growth Walker even more of a threat. Okay. I believe we're just sending with all here. And if they do have the Settle, which I am basically convinced they do, I cast down my own Hydro Crisis to at least have it in my graveyard as opposed to in the exile pile, and I go and get all of the basic lands out of my deck. We've got Memorials to Folly. Take action, please. Up to 5. Well, 2, 3, and 4. Done. I mean, maybe I should have been holding back on the Settle. Contempt's not a bad hit there. Get to take out a Teferi before it can protect itself, hopefully. We have some really good sideboard cards for this matchup, though. Yep. Oh, treasure map. Oh, this is going to be a Niv Mizzet version of the deck, isn't it? Yeah, all right. Didn't need the second Contempt there. As much as I was like, oh, that's not a bad card to have. Kind of wanted some threats. We got some good ones in the deck, though, so... You know... We've got a lot of outs to draw to. It's just, is the enemy going to have the game completely under their control by the point that it comes up? Yep, okay. Chemist's Insight, discarding Steam Vents. There's only 3 of those in the fracking deck. That's a tilt. Well, okay then. What else have we got in here? I mean, Vivian Reeds are never going to resolve. It's really, we want one of those 3 Hydroid Crasises, or a Memorial to Folly to go and get one back the next turn. Carnage Tyrant's also not terrible. They have used 2 Settles now. I mean, I don't expect my opponent to be using Settles unless they've also got other Wraths, but... topped off the treasure map. Only 1 counter on that treasure map so far, though, so that's not too bad. Tap land pass, I'm guessing. Yeah. This isn't going to be one of those turns where they're trying to project straight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. X is 10? Yeah, alright. X is 10 Hydroid Crasis. Draw 5, gain 5. Sure, I don't get a 10-10. That was cool. That was seriously sweet. Okay, flipping their treasure map here. This might be the turn that they go for the Niv Mizzet. Oh, a Rowl instead. A little bit harder to protect. Obviously, dive down doesn't do it, but... get a little bit of card selection as well as card draw. Okay, well, I think we start with a Contempt on the Rowl. Bye, Rowl. And then we play out our regular level threats. We get to... oh, we don't get to Merfolk Branchwalker and hold up Vrasa's Contempt here. Graveyard, I think. That's not enough impact. Graveyard. So that all happened relatively fast. Does that suggest that Vivian Reed isn't getting countered here? Oh, okay. No, it didn't happen fast. But they are at least going to have to sacrifice some treasures to Sinister Sabotage here. Which, I know it doesn't sound like much, but that is a card draw for them. So, you know. And Vivian Reed very rarely actually manages to make it onto the battlefield in these games. So yeah, we've got 2 Crasises in the graveyard and we've got 2 Memorial to Follies in the deck. So if we can find those, we can go again. Let's play Branchwalker first, see if we can get one of those Memorials. Just another Crasis, that works. Whew, this was a humdinger of a game. Inciting, okay. We've got Double Vraska's Contempt both available and up here, so... 26 left in library. Opponent's got 28. I love it. We're keeping up with card draw with a control deck. This is kind of nuts. Yeah, but you tapped your Treasure Cove. That was something that I was considering getting the Midnight Reaper for, like leaving that on top, but... Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. X could be 15, and I would draw 7 cards. Is that right, though? Or should I make it X is 8, draw 4 cards, so that I've got a better shot of having X is 13. Oh, yes, sorry. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, X is 13. I think I cast it for X is 6, actually. X is 6. Draw 3 cards? No. No, that can't be right. 8, 9, 10? Yeah, draw 5 cards seems reasonable. If we hit a land here, we're still holding up Contempt. I don't want to go too low in library, and I was kind of hoping, I think I should have done it for like 3 less. Yeah, I should have done it for 3 less. Okay, and they're just going to go and get their Wraths back. Or at least shuffle into the library. I suppose they've only got 32 cards in library now. I'm more interested in getting this Woodland Cemetery down, this Wildgrowth Walker down, I think, than holding up Vraska's Contempt. Obviously, my opponent, having deviously covered up, now has the ability to like Chemist's Insight and find their Wraths again, that kind of thing. Banefire for X is 3. Okay. They know that there's spells in here that they have to have those Wraths for, so they can't just go spending them all willy-nilly. I mean, this is the thing, like the Hydroid Crasises, just find more Hydroid Crasises. I'm going to go Carnage Tyrant. Hold up Contempt, I guess. Or am I meant to just slam another Hydroid Crasis for X is huge? No, I feel like this is probably the right line. Also, this is a lethal threat, so there's no point putting another creature on the battlefield. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, interesting. They're scrying with a treasure map rather than Chemist's Inciting. Suggests to me they've already got. Or maybe it was just they wanted to be revitalizing and trying to turn on this treasure cove. You have no maximum hand size. Wow. That's kind of scary. It's a shame I can't draw so many cards that I end up drawing my sideboard, because obviously we'd have counter spells in there. Here's the settle. Yep, cool. Decline, obviously. Here's another Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, I don't even blame you, Graham. Like, this is kind of mental. I'm concerned I'm still not going to win this pre-board game because, like, I never get to connect anymore. They just keep finding Wraths. And obviously revitalizing. That's a bit of a tilt. Like, even if I do connect, they still only go to 2 and they get another turn of it. Throwing away an Ixalan's Binding. Oh, that would have been real bad on a Hydroid Krasis. That would have been fracking terrifying on a Krasis. Yeah, okay, flip, because obviously you've still got this other treasure cove going. Reliquary Tower. Really? That's interesting. That is interesting. That feels a little bit weird. It's like, yeah, I know you draw a bunch of extra cards, but is that not just the definition of a win more? Okay then. Oh, my stream title is no longer correct. You are indeed correct, and I'm gonna just pass the turn here. Sultai Midrange. There we go. Okay. Okay, they're now in a very similar position to me. Like, they could have actually tried to deck me with the explosion there. Yeah, you are indeed correct, Graham. This is not Mardu Aristocrats. I hope it has now updated. Okay, they're going to go to 14 cards. Okay. Sure. We got a double Deafening Clarion situation here. Oh, they found what, 3 of those so far? Yeah. Good. I'm glad it's updated properly. Sometimes it takes a little while to refresh, you know. Searching for Azcanta. This is their turn, right? I suppose they know that I can't actually do a great deal, because they're just going to keep wrathing the board. I can't actually draw any extra cards, because as soon as I do, I think we're going to leave that on top, actually, just because it makes my J-Light Ranger bigger, and it stops me from decking as hard as I'm going to. All I need is like 1 burn spell, 1 hasty threat, anything. If I had the undergrowth creature that gets +1/+1 for undergrowth, this game would have been over right there. Yeah, I can't give them the opportunity to explosion kill me. I have to make them do it the hard way, at which point they may deck first. Cool. Yep, of course. Another treasure map. We're playing some very thin outs here. Like, we have drawn most of our deck and we are still just looking at an awful, awful chance of winning. I'm really surprised they've not got any counter spells for any of this. Yeah. Dang it. Well, I suppose that actually brings us closer to our goal of trying to deck them. Yeah, we can't force them to draw off of Crisis. Ral, you say? A Ral, you say? Yeah, sure. What's his ultimate? An emblem with whatever, blah, cool. I'm actually cool to just let Ral sit on the battlefield. It's only to fairy. My game seems to have locked up. There we go. It's just the interface is having a little bit of a hissy fit. I have to keep presenting threats that they have to keep dealing with because a lot of their ways of dealing with them tend to draw them cards. Oh no. Yeah, alright, we're never winning this one. Yeah, okay, we're going to concede because this is getting a little bit boring now. Right, sideboarding time. Obviously, in a real game of Magic, like paper Magic, I would have conceded a lot earlier. Stroke, negates, duresses. We get to take out Choops. We get to take out Seeker Squire, and that's probably it for the threats. Don't feel like bringing in any extra Vrass's Contempts. Midnight Reaper might not be the best thing to have. Oh, cast downs, they can go, obviously. Yeah, they very rarely actually like hard wrath you. They exile your stuff. They don't kill it. Wildgrowth Walker being a threat is like medium, I guess. It's a body that goes on the battlefield early. And I think okay, one more Wildgrowth Walker. Yeah. So we're actually losing a lot of the stuff that we'd like to do early on, but I'm hoping that's going to be fine. We'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out. I'm not 100% on this, but this is definitely the deck that I'm most interested in fighting with this one, because a lot of the things that we put in were designed to shore up our odd weaknesses against this deck. Play first. Double Lanorel's Hydroid Crisis and then some counter spells. I think we keep it, but I think we're not happy. Multi 6 from our opponent. Pay 2 life. Doesn't even remotely matter. Let's get a Lanorel's on the battlefield here. Alright, well there's a Wildgrowth Walker to play at least. We could do with some explorers and or some lands. Land is good. Land is fine. Double blue means that they're not wrathing me anytime soon. So I can probably just start jamming with these guys, as opposed to trying to make a 3/3 Hydroid Krasis and drawing only a single card. Okay, Breeding Pool. Now we get to draw 2 cards with the Hydroid Krasis. Is that worth it? No, because we actually kind of want to just hold up the counter spells as we cast this Krasis. Think that's worth getting rid of here? They didn't have another land drop. That's really interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. X is 5. Draw 2. I'm not actually against that now. I think we can get this down. For X is 5. Okay. Picks up a Carnage Tyrant, so that's not bad. These Llanowar Elves have been entirely the key to our success here. So, if opponent has a Wrath next turn, I would quite like to be holding up this Disdainful Stroke. So I think what we're doing here is just sending. Opponent opting. Okay, with 4 mana. Don't think there's anything that gets him out of this. I don't think there's a great deal that got him out of it anyway. Yes, yes, Llanowar Elves still really good. Yeah, Wild Growth Walker seemed fine there. Like, obviously it was a 1/3 as opposed to anything useful, at least for most of it. No, I think this configuration makes sense. By the way, if you haven't worked it out, I am loving playing this. This is really, really fun. I am having so much fun with this. I think this is a mulligan, unfortunately. Like, we don't actually get the turn 1 Llanowar Elves, and it doesn't ramp us into anything anyway. Like, we're not doing anything. It's it was definitely a lands and spells hand. This is also a pretty lands and spells hand, but it might be worth keeping. No, we can do better. That's a better hand. We keep that. Yeah, I do want more lands, obviously, so we'll play that. We'll keep that on top. Okay. I'm really hoping they don't just hold up Essence Scatter. Wow! They're like, there's a chance that you don't have any mana. Well, that ain't the case. I am super glad I left that forest on top now. Yeah, sure, treasure map. Okay, we could do with not drawing all of our basics, though, because obviously my opponent will settle us at some point. So, you know. We can graveyard that one. We've got 2 in hand. Okay, so opponent scried. I didn't see what they did with it, but they didn't actually find a land there, which is reasonably good news for us. Yep, top there, that'll be a land. Eldest Reborn, that's a pretty good hit, actually. Overgrown Tomb tapped, and go. Yep. Reliquary Tower. Okay, I'm going to negate that because I think they're going to counter it back. Because they've been playing really fast. Yes. Yes. They've been playing really fast and loose with this idea of, like, cut me off of things. Oh, please spend 2 of them. Yes. Gotcha. Okay. Kill my J-Light Ranger? I'm assuming that's the plan. You really want to clear board. Oh no, ticking up. Oh, this is going to hurt even more. Suck it, Rao. Don't have Spell Pierce. I wish I'd been able to hold up the negate as well, obviously, because they have shown me Ixalan's Binding, which tilt. But I have Vivian Reeds to take care of those, so if I can draw a Vivian Reed right here, while my opponent can only play 1 counterspell, that would be really helpful. And go. Gaia's Blessing. I do wish it would actually, like, show you what the hell was going on. It's like, oh, they Gaia's Blessing 3 things back into their graveyard. You didn't check their graveyard beforehand? Well, guess you never get to know what they were. Rao's not there. The counterspell's not there. I didn't see what else it was, though. No, that can resolve. Don't necessarily think we're winning this one, folks. That's a good start, though. It looked so good for so long. I was tempted to negate that, but, you know, anything they cast is going to be negatable. Or anything that I could have taken with the duress is going to be negatable. Cemetery. What do we got in the graveyard? Alana Elves. Okay, that's unfortunate. This one has been super interesting. You're absolutely right, Simeon. No, I actually want to get this. No, I need to still have presence on the battlefield. I still need to have a threat on the battlefield. Okay. Sure, you can go back up to 9. I just need to continue having a body. Tilt. That card is amazing. And I've got them all tapped out as well. So I even get to keep the body. Right, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. X is 6. Bam. Let's have a look at that last card. Solve for fools. Okay. Maybe worth waiting until next turn, I guess. That's, yeah. Yeah, maybe worth waiting until next turn. To duress them. That was my bad. That was on me. That was entirely on me. Okay, they're activating Azcanta now, obviously suggesting that they do need to find... Okay, they found Justice Strike, which kills my Hydro Crisis, certainly. Yeah. And they're going to fire it off now because they know I've got negates in my deck. Which is, yeah, a fair play. Oh, come on. This is going to kill the Jade Light, isn't it? Yeah. Tilt. Well, we're going to cast this Carnage Tyrant. As I was saying, we're going to cast this Carnage Tyrant. And I'd also actually just really like it if you could stop tapping my... Oh, it doesn't even matter. Oh, never mind. Play Jade Light now. Feels medium. No, I'm up for it, actually. Like, I know that they've got a bunch of Wraths in their deck, but at the same time, they have to keep going and looking for them. And we've obviously got the Memorial into getting back the Crisis as well, which is pretty good. So our opponent has, like, a 7-card dig this turn to try and find a Wrath effect that deals with Carnage Tyrant. The fact that they didn't bother activating the search there says that they've got it, but Disdainful Stroke is a hell of a draw. I'm going to send in case they've just got to Revitalize. Oh, that's sad. That's really sad. They had another counterspell in their hand, basically. I was gonna be like, get wrecked! Disdainful Stroke off the top. Yeah, we will take the opportunity to look through our deck quickly. I don't think there's any more basics. Oh, there are more basics. Oh, okay, cool. Swamp, Forest. Yeah, cool. That was really clutch of them to have that. That's yeah, pretty tilting. Now, obviously, Azcanta and Ral are just going to take over the game. Cleansing Nova, yeah, sure. This version of the deck is running, as far as I can work out, like 7 or 8 Wraths. Not including the 3 damage red-white one. Whose name I have forgotten. Deafening Clarion. Right, well, let's... There's only 3 creatures in my graveyard. Oh my god, there's 3 creatures in my graveyard. Oh, that's not the sign of a good game, is it, so far? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. X is 10. Yeah, I'm happy to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And obviously they counter the Hydro Crisis, but we still get to draw the cards. Yada yada yada. Maybe they don't have the counter, but this looks like obfuscation to me. Ooh, Banefire. Nice. Another Carnage Tyrant. I'll take that. How much mana they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Nowhere near enough to go like Banefire and Expansion to kill me. Binning another Sulfur Falls here to draw 2 more cards seems reasonable. Yeah, I got the Memorial, Simeon. Jeez, it's like you've seen me miss a bunch of triggers. Oh, that's mildly irritating. Holy frack, they've got so many spells in there that they get to just blow up a Hydro Crisis with a Ral Minus. That's quite funny. I've never seen that before. I've never seen someone have so many cards in their graveyard, so many spells in their graveyard that they're like, oh, 10-10, never mind. Here's a Carnage Tyrant. You can't use your Spires to get it. And you can't Banefire it or Ral it. So 2 hits and this thing kills you. Of course, like I say, 12x Wraths, it seems. Wow. Okay. Oh, Revitalize was the other thing that they Gaia's back in. Gaia's Blessing in a Jeskai control deck. I mean, the dubious cover-up, I totally get it. Gaia's Blessing, I think, is probably taking it a step too far. Only 7 cards remaining in my library are lands. Unfortunately, not many of them are even particularly relevant spells at this point, so, you know. That's unfortunate. We've only got Edict effects in our deck at the moment, so yeah. But I really want to see this one out to the end. So I'm playing even though I know I'm losing, because this has been so interesting. Okay, another search. Opponent's just got it all here. 19 cards in library, of course, but they've got a Teferi that I can't contest. Because even if one of my edicts resolves, Ral just eats it. Like, that's all that happens. So my earlier assumption that, well, only 6 of my library are now lands. My earlier assumption that they were playing a Niv Mizzet version of the deck seems to have been wrong. Only 5 of the cards left in my library are now lands. Okay, well, next turn, I think we're going to try and attack this Ral. Because if we can find an Edict effect to take care of this Teferi, that's good enough. Okay, well, sacrifice one of them. Yep, you don't get to activate in response if you've already let the trigger resolve, so... They are playing Spell Pierce. Wow, that's kind of weird to me. It's not bad. Like, I don't actually necessarily think it's a bad plan. It's just I don't think many of these decks tend to, because the games go so long that we all end up with this amount of mana. But I suppose you've got the Chemist's Insight and you can just discard them. Oh, definitely Clarion. I guess my board's getting wiped here. That's fun. How am I meant to try and get out of this? Decking seems like the best way, but I'm not exactly drawing cards that allow me to get on that game plan. I mean, that's never resolving, but we'll put it on top. Are we at 4-1 or 3-1 at the moment? I always forget. I definitely feel like this is a deck that could go undefeated. Like, those Crasises are actually completely nuts. Now that we've gotten to cast them, it's been kind of amazing. Yeah, I think we are 3-1. So this one looks like it's going to knock us out. Taking a oh, they are playing Niv Mizzet. I called it. Can't do anything about it, but I called it. Oh, they've Ixalan's binding. Yeah, herp derp. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, that was my bad. I had forgotten about the Ixalan's binding. Yeah, but the deck list does show you the sideboard, right, Simeon? Like, I know it doesn't update because obviously it has no link to the game. It's just showing a deck list that I put into it. But the deck list does show a sideboard, right? Teffer's up. Niv Mizzet ping. Alright, this game's going to be over relatively quickly now, so that's not too bad. And I think we're going to call it there for the night, because it is obviously 11:10 where I am, so meh. Pretty late. But yeah, the takeaways from tonight: the Aristocrats deck keeps winning. I don't fully recognize how. Click on the library to look at the remaining cards. It doesn't show the sideboard cards. Oh wait, you mean on the Stream Deck Master overlay? Wait, what on earth are you talking about, Simeon? Are you talking about Stream Decker, which should be like just above me and is a drop down? Or you mean when you click on the library itself because of Deckmaster? Yes doesn't help me. I asked a binary question. Neither option was yes or no. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, I know what it is. I don't think it's got. Oh yeah, again, it's still just looking at what's going on rather than having an actual understanding of it. I think. I don't think it can get into. Okay, fair enough. I did not recognise which one I had asked first. Sorry. Oh, fracking Niv Mizzet. And Teferi's about to ultimate, and the game is over. Let's get out of here, shall we? Let's give our opponent a good game, because that was a very good game. That was really interesting. Yeah, that was really interesting. 14 wins on the day, not bad. And we walk away with 3 wins. I think the deck's better than that, but Undercity Necrolisk? Oh yeah, I did see that. It was medium. Ooh, Thundering Spineback. I love that card. And a Hallowed Fountain. That's nice. That is pretty good, actually. That is a pretty good prize right there. Let's open our pack. Gates Ablaze, interesting for the Gates deck. Now, rare is Awaken the Erstwhile. I really want to try and find a way of like breaking the symmetry on this. I don't necessarily know as you can very easily, though. So yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in, folks. Remember, the VOD for this will be up on our YouTube. Please do check out the link down below. And if you are interested in more content like this, please do hit that follow button. It really helps out a lot. And yeah, I will see you again probably on Friday. Have a good one, folks.